School, class of 2014, homeroom 300. Leslie Caballero, Carlos Angel Rivas. Angelica Cruz Gonzalez, Giancarlo Diaz Canseco. Emily Genovese, Jude Infante. Ivania Gilliam, Christopher Lofredo. Jessica Infante, Sean Mailhigh. Jocelyn Mendiola, Jordan Marchese. Rialda Music, John Montero de los Santos. Amira Powell. Averick Rivera, homeroom 300.
Homeroom 301. Kenya Bailey, Tyreek Brown. Jennifer Delgado, Rodrigo Contreras. Malia Gothi, Alexander Forgione. Jubilee Gonzalez, Christopher Franca. Remy Laraca, Epifanio Gonzalez. Melina Melendez Gonzalez, Jaden Griffin. Gabby Pineda, Robert Ozaleski. Joanna Tinta, Haley Wargo. Homeroom 301.
Homeroom 302. Nina Cabrera, Kevon Anderson. Cielo Davila, Eric Bannister. Karen Kalin, Emerson Cruz Gonzalez. Natalie Madero, Nicholas Gentimides. Barbara Nazir, Eden Godoy. Shakira Powell, Alex Gomez Soto. April Vasir, Jasmine Infante. Francesca Yalon, Duncan Lee. Adam Pierce, Brian Rodriguez, homeroom 302.
Homeroom 303. Diana Corletto, Daniel Bassar. Corey Humphrey, Jacob Calley. Ashley Kalin, Rick Corbo. Haley Navarrete, Maxwell Delore. Kiara Rondon, John Frias. Sabrina Stanko, Jamaro Gordon. Manuel Mayan, a waste master. Carlos Nike, Maxim Manyarski, homeroom 303.
Homeroom 304. Susan Arredondo, Jason Baez. Joseph Vagan, Austin Chavez. Brianna Danielle, Anthony Cogliano. Butte Ernest, Brendan Fahey. Bianca Gonzalez, Mitch Gelling. Stanley LaForest, Daisy Sandoval Morales. Nicole Willard, Devin Senecal. Homeroom 304.
Homeroom 305. Sophia Amingha, Justin Matthews. Andrea Reyes, Presley PRC. Saranli Ramirez, Ryan Cabrera. Joel Gonzalez, Stephen Muniz. Allison Mesa, Cameron Newman. Maggie Barron, Dario Torgiani. Justine Livingston, Marcus Innocent. Sanjita Hawk, Stephen Lopez. Joseph Chico, Homeroom 305.
Homeroom 211. Sarah Falber, Patrick Barbosa. Casey Flores, John Diaz. Diana Elizabeth Uriel, Mark Jurai. Ailey Rivera, Dewan Lyons. Amaris Silvera, Jose Nieves. Naomi Rachel Translavenia, James Pease. Tahila Renee Wasserman, Luigi Perez. Ethan Walker, Arieli Bashai, Homeroom 211.
Homeroom 212. Alina Donowa, Alex Francis. Brianna G, Liam Hodell. Dayagian Lesperance, Jean Larry. Catherine Morales, Daniel Leon. Andrea O'Connor, Louis Moran. Andrea Ruano, Eric Tashley. Taylor Testa, Oscar Pena. Catherine Viela, Joseph Pettis. Aaron Raguso Pollock-Manic, Thomas Roberts. Homeroom 212.
Homeroom 213.
Andrea Aldana Takai Blakes. Stephanie Cabrera Flavio Calves. Magdalena Jurek Francesco Cola. Sydney Miller Justin Foley. Kenesha Moise Fernando Garcia. Karina Olivera Adrian Nunez. Angie Ramos George Perdomo.
Hippolyte, Kevin Hagerman. Isabel Manning, Jelani Jackson. Anika Miller, Hanson Hall. Layla Music, Matthew Rich. Jennifer Solares, Jonathan Podez. Ann Tullian, Simon Babak. Homeroom 214.
Homeroom 216. Allison Alfaro, Eric Ziochi. Sarah Beal, Ivan Diaz. Christina Chiquita, Jeffrey Herrera. Kelly Jagosinski, Sebastian G. Valerie Nera, Nicholas Kaitis. Michaela Peel, Wilmer Lashpool. Salvatore Lavalva, Stephen Phelps. Gerardo Mardiaga, Andrea Young. Homeroom 216. Class of 2014.
Good morning. Please join us in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of America the Beautiful. Please welcome Stephen Lopez leading us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please continue standing and please welcome Amira Powell singing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruit plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Amira. That was beautiful. Parents and honored guests, do they not look amazing? Welcome to Dolan Middle School's Promotion Ceremony 2014. I'd like to give everyone an opportunity to check cell phones and other devices. Out of respect for our graduating class, would you kindly turn them to silence or vibrate at this time? Thank you. Today we honor Stanford's rising stars. Our 8th graders have made us all so proud, and we are privileged to have been part of their last 3 years. At each moving up ceremony, I try to characterize the 8th grade class as a whole, realizing that each year, each group has their very own personality. This is the first year that I chose not to try to make this determination. I do, however, want to lend a little sage advice. Something you've been doing a lot of lately, boys and girls. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Something you've been doing a lot of lately has led me to this thought. You see, parents, what has become somewhat of an 8th grade inside joke is their need to clap and cheer for the seemingly random happenings around them. When the grade level viewed Frozen together as their prize for winning this year's survey contest, as a group without any direction, they broke out in rousing applause at various parts of the movie, just like it was pre-planned. Throughout graduation rehearsals, this group clapped every time something seemed to make them proud. Especially whenever their teachers walked through as a group. Even quite recently, when I had to bring the group together and have one of my "I'm really disappointed in some of your choices" talks. Surprisingly, several students clapped, noting they understood and humbly received the message. So, in reflecting, I thought about how cool it is that all of you cheer for each other and others around you. You are some of the most considerate, selfless adolescents anyone could ever hope to meet. Hold on to this willingness to acknowledge and celebrate others and yourselves. Throughout your lives, remember to applaud good work, outstanding achievements, and the positive efforts of others. There is no greater gift than to have someone you care about show that they are proud of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to welcome this year's student speaker. Each year, our 8th graders are given one final writing assignment. One essay is then selected from the group. This year's prompt was as follows. Over the course of the year, we have studied character development throughout literature. This is when a character changes over time and truly conveys who they are. With this in mind, describe how you and your classmates have grown or developed during your time in middle school. How do you think your middle school experiences will now impact your future? Please welcome the 2014 student speaker, Ms. Francesca Yalon.
Thank you. Good morning. When I came to Dolan, I was a child. Everything had been so filtered in life, but middle school changed me from the very first day. I met people who opened me up to the real world. They built up my self-esteem and pulled me onto stage with them. I can honestly say that these have been some of the best times I've ever had. I found new passions, and even more so, I found out how good it felt to actually be involved. Though it was hard work, and I may have complained at the time, the results were worth it. I learned how to socialize and how I was not the only awkward person there. Another thing I saw in middle school was the outrageous amount of diversity there was. Not just physical diversity, but mental diversity. How we all thought so differently. I learned that the free-minded were not always the most accepting, and the closed-minded did not always mean to be the most hurtful. They just believed, like the rest of us. Acceptance and tolerance went hand in hand. Many of my closest friends had completely different worldviews, but it never stopped us from getting along. Despite a novel's worth of events, middle school is only the tip of the iceberg. On my journey through it, I turned into a teenager. I wouldn't call myself an adult just yet. I've matured to a point where I'm aware of the evil in the world. But I am still innocent enough to believe that in the midst of demons, there are angels. There is still more to be done, there are more places to go, and with everything I've endured so far, I'm confident that I'll make it. Through high school and onto the future, I will always look back on Dolan fondly for helping me realize that life is not just black and white. Many times there is a middle ground. Further, the friends I've made here are people I will never want to forget. I was taught to do more than write essays and solve math equations. I learned to express myself in front of others. I realized that kindness can go an extremely long way. The world has become easier to process now. Though I still have much more to learn and my life isn't over yet, middle school has been a training ground for me. I'll continue on my way, but I'll always remember the times I've had here for as long as I can. Thank you.
Jessica, would you please come up and receive this award? Wow. That's all I can say behind that one. Fabulous, fabulous. Next, we'd like to acknowledge the 2014 Raider Awards. Coming at this time, please welcome our Assistant Principal, Ms. Crystal Perry.
Good morning, class of 2014, family, and friends and honored guests. Dolan is a school that strives to advance character development by teaching the 6 pillars of character. You will hear that quite a bit today. Trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Each year, grade level teachers select 2 students that exemplify character traits in their grade. This week at Dolan, we recognize recipients of the 6th grade Raider Award as well as the 7th grade Raider Award. And today, it is most appropriate to include in this special day the recognition of our 8th grade Raider Awards as part of the commencement ceremony. This year, 8th grade core teachers selected 2 students from this beautiful group of graduates before us. There is no better time than today, at this moment, to present the Raider Awards before this audience of family and friends. I have the honor of presenting the recipients of the 2014 8th grade Raider Awards to again, as Ms. Torres said, this is unexpected. This is the class of 2014. What a unique drum roll. The Raider Awards are presented to Francesca Yalong, and Patrick Barboza. Listen, congratulations to you both.
Again, congratulations. They were acknowledged during their 8th grade awards assembly, and we just wanted to make sure that the whole world knew how fabulous these 2 young folks are and will continue to be. Next is another exciting award. This year, we're thrilled to celebrate the 2nd annual Dolan Poet Award. For the past few years, the 8th grade English teachers have hosted a poetry slam, helping students make their writing come alive during a spoken word exhibition, right here in this auditorium. Students perform original pieces, while teachers struggle to judge, and there is a winning poet, though so many students knocked this performance out of the park. Last year, we decided we needed to put the Dolan Poetry Slam on the official program for our promotion ceremony. Here, performing the winning poem, please welcome this year's star of the Poetry Slam and recipient of the 2014 Dolan Poet Award, Ms. Brianna Jean.
We were lit into this world to burn. We arrived, carrying tinder and flint, pointing them towards the sky, not knowing what to make of the fire we created. For a while, we learned to control the flames, until the day arrives when we choose how to use the fire we were born with. The flames that light our minds can self-destruct or brighten days. We can use them to create futures, or grow into an overwhelming blaze. We learn what to do with time. We are artists sculpting ourselves, molding forms of identity, unique in every sense. We chisel shapes representing our personality. The clay that sticks to our hands is all we have left of the past, and we use it to form new memories, shaping dreams into reality. This is a time of discovery when our curiosity leads us to search for the character that becomes our identity. How did I become the person I am today? By letting the sparks blaze, by forming more intricate designs in clay, by embarking on a journey where all I hope to see is a future where I am left to be true to my identity. Here we stand with everything we once hoped for in hand, the fire residing in our hearts, and the art we used to portray ourselves. We are sparks inside a world of flames, lit to join the fiery roar of the world. We have been given the supplies to craft a life of our own. And so we did, and so we do, and so we will. Thank you.
Brianna, please accept this award, the Dolan Poet for 2014. Again, well deserved. Next, I'd like to welcome a very special person and a family member who is such an integral part of making Dolan Middle School work. Coming with the DAR and Citizenship Awards, please welcome the PFO President, Mrs. Colleen Hinkle.
Good morning. The Stanford chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution is pleased to honor and encourage our young people. The Citizenship Award is presented to the one student who exemplifies the characteristics of a good citizen. These students are honorable, courageous, believe in serving their community, show leadership, and of course, are patriotic. This year, the Dolan Middle School 8th grade Citizenship Award went to Sarah Balger. The Daughters of the American Revolution also honors the top 2 social studies students for their work in learning about and contributing to the American history coursework. This year's honorees are Alex Forgione, please come up and receive your award.
We gave the Citizenship Award during our assembly this week, but please give her a big hand. recognition of a very elite group of Dolan Raiders. Would you please welcome our administrative intern, Mr. Ephraim Diaz.
Good morning, parents, guests, especially our 8th grade students. For today, I'm going to be presenting the winners of the 8th grade High Honors. You might be asking, what does High Honors mean? This means that these students throughout the entire school year, first, second, and third marking period, received all A's and all ones. It's a pretty hard thing to do, especially with a lot of distractions nowadays. When I call your name, please come up and receive your certificate. We'll start off with Jessica Infante. Jude Infante. Andrea O'Connor. Adam Piersa. Jennifer Solares. Nicole Willard. And Francesca Yalong. I'd like to present our 8th grade High Honor students.
Next, we like to celebrate a huge, they're all huge accomplishments. My goodness. Just to be honored today as an 8th grade who finished up in good standing and worked hard all year is an accomplishment. But these special awards that we take time out to recognize today should be recognized as such. And this next award definitely fits that description. Would you please welcome our 2 guidance counselors coming with this year's Dolan Girl and Dolan Boy Award. First, we'll welcome Ms. Taisha Medina, and following Ms. Medina, we'll welcome Mrs. Cohen.
Good morning, everyone. I feel very honored to present to you this year's Dolan Girl. The Dolan Girl Award is determined by a school-wide vote, including all staff members in the school building. This year's Dolan Girl is described as a well-rounded student who's athletic and in great academic standing. She always gives 100% in class, helps others, and is a hard worker. One teacher said, every day she would come into class and follow the routines, even when people around her were not always doing the right thing. She also had the most organized science journal I have ever seen. Everything she did it with her all. She also plays on the boys' baseball team, which is pretty cool. Another teacher said she's a wonderful girl, extremely respectful, friendly, well-liked, and is respected by all. She is friends with everyone, is always a positive influence to the lesson and to her classmates. I am very honored to introduce this year's Dolan girl, Andrea O'Connor. And now Mrs. Cohen, presenting Dolan Boy.
Good morning. Congratulations to all of our graduates and their families and friends. It is my honor to present to you this year's Dolan Boy. The Dolan Boy Award, like Ms. Medina said, is determined by a school-wide vote including every staff member in the building across all grade levels, subject areas, and support departments. The Dolan Boy truly represents the values we encourage in our students, embodying the spirit and characteristics of an all-around Dolan citizen. Let me tell you a little bit about this year's Dolan Boy. If you ask around the building about him, you would hear the following. He is described as cooperative and genuinely polite to peers and adults alike. Academically, our Dolan Boy is an exceptional mathematician and a talented thinker and writer with a true affinity for expressing himself and articulating his thoughts. He is a motivated student who goes above and beyond the call of duty, always doing more than what is expected of him. One of his teachers said, he is always striving to improve himself. He is an engaged participant in class and helps others learn new things. In addition to his consistently strong academic achievements, this student is also an active member of the Dolan community. He has represented Dolan by participating in CPEP and playing on the Dolan soccer team, where he's willing to play any position for the benefit of helping the team. Another one of the teachers said, when you see him around the building, he always has a smile on his face. He is mature and has a great sense of humor. This year's Dolan Boy is kind to everyone, and because of that, he is well liked by all. The Dolan Boy Award goes to a student that exemplifies the Dolan way, someone who takes care of himself, takes care of others, and takes care of this place. I am proud to present to you a young man who truly deserves to be named this year's Dolan Boy, Mark Gerard.
Surprises for the parents too. You see them, oh my goodness. Congratulations, everyone. I'd like now to take a moment to acknowledge a few people who are not on the program but deserve special recognition. First, we have a very special group of 8th graders who have been working hard for several months as students in the Rites of Passage program. This program meets every Saturday, setting students on a path to explore and learn about the diaspora, the slave trade, and African American history. The program culminates in a trip to Africa in July. Dolan has had the highest number of participants annually since the program's inception 9 years ago. Please help me congratulate, and ladies, please stand where you are, Kenya Bailey, Melina Donowa, Jubilee Gonzalez, Brianna G. and Shangita. Very proud of you. Very proud of all of your dedication and sacrifice because you've given up so much of your time and been so committed to the program. Also, every year, in the beginning of the school year, and then again, right at the end, we assess students' literacy skills by the way of an assessment that tests their current reading abilities. We've had several success stories this year, students making incredible gains. The Scholastic Corporation suggests to teachers that the goal is to move a student a minimum of 75 points over the course of any given school year. This year we had a student with the highest gain school-wide. Please help me celebrate, and please stand where you are. A 433-point gain, Ms. Tahila Wasserman. Super proud of you. And while I usually take the morning announcements to celebrate our Principal's Pride Awards, these are students and staff members who were nominated by students and staff members to recognize some outstanding accomplishment, usually falling under one of our categories here at Dolan. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and take care of this place. Program either. Well, just yesterday we had a very scary moment, but a very moving moment. So I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge two individuals, one staff member and one student. Yesterday we had a student who unfortunately began to choke in her classroom. The teacher had to perform the Heimlich maneuver, and thankfully, the item became dislodged. The other piece of that is when a student nearby heard the teacher yelling, "Someone get the nurse," without pause, ran to get help. Unfortunately, the teacher could not be with us today because she is watching her very own 8th grader graduate, probably right now. Help me celebrate and spread the word when she gets back, Mrs. Marchetti. And please welcome to the stage today's Principal's Pride Award winner, Karina Oliveira. So proud of both of you. Okay. The Principal's Award. Determining the annual Dolan Principal's Award is a difficult task and something I think about off and on throughout the year. This award provides me the very personal yet public opportunity to acknowledge a special student who may stand out for any number of reasons. These reasons are not required to, but may include achievement in academics, athletics, great social skills, community service, unique talents, personality, or all of the above. Each year, I'm honored to recognize one student who has demonstrated what we call the Dolan Way. This year's recipient is someone who has demonstrated the power of efficacy, something we cherish in our learners, teachers, and students here at Dolan. This Dolan Raider has been a walking example of the amazing opportunities and experiences that our effective effort can create in our daily lives. Today, I acknowledge this student not only for their achievement in the classroom, but for their quiet spirit of commitment and determination. This student, though having not been here at Dolan as long as some others, has accomplished so much. If there is something to sign up for, or try out for, volunteer for, or work hard for, they're on it and focused, working to be sure their best self shows up. When trying to characterize or pay homage to our recipient, I thought immediately of the late, great Maya Angelou. Specifically, one of her first and most famous works, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This was not only the first volume in Maya Angelou's lifelong work to write her autobiography as she lived it, it was the title of one of her most prized poems. In honor of this year's recipient, I dedicate this poem and would like to read just a portion. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with fearful trill of the things unknown, but longed for still. And in his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. For being that bird who finds your own way to sing your own song, regardless of any metaphorical cages that you may feel may be around you, or for those cages yet to come. As you continue on your journey, I celebrate you today. For being the model Dolan Raider who found one of their passions on stage in Hairspray, chose to extend your Dolan Day in 21st Century Enrichment programs, voluntarily gives up every Saturday taking 4-hour classes, and who is now headed to conquer the continent of Africa in just a couple of weeks. We salute your drive and your ability to focus in spite of any challenges. Like the caged bird, you seem to sing for your own form of freedom. And like the unmatched talent of Maya Angelou, who I happen to know, just like myself, you came to admire greatly, you too will undoubtedly have much to offer the world. Congratulations goes to Jubilee Gonzalez. And now, I'd like everyone on the stage to please join me down below as we prepare for a very special surprise presentation. Thank you.